Okay, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
My name is
Good evening.
Good evening. Good to meet you. My name is Sam Balogun. As Babatope said, Babatope is my Oga and mentor in the Salesforce space. I'm just about, I think, a year plus in Salesforce, and I came across it from a friend, and then met Babatope, and then just grew from there. And it's been interesting. It's been a great journey. I have a background in IT service management and all that, but I just kind of got tired. Let me share my video because I'm not used to all these black icons. So I kind of have a background in IT service management, cloud networking, and all that. But I just got tired. Like being on call, server is down today, this one tomorrow, and all those things. So I was looking for something to learn.
Thank you for listening. And of course, except for insurance coverage.
Okay.
Carry on, Sam.
All right. So that I was, and then I have back in Nigeria. I had an entrepreneurial background. I was running a couple of businesses and ventures and all that. So I was looking for something that kind of balanced business processes and IT sort of together. And then I came across Salesforce, and it's been a great journey. And I started. I was in the first class with Babatope's Black Force, and then I don't even think it was Black Force then, like long ago. The first class I did finish, I did it for a while, and then I did the project, I think the first project, and then I ran away. I lost interest or something. And then somewhere along the line, I still continued the IT part I was doing, but it just wasn't working. And I just felt this Salesforce is dropped, okay, but I go back to this thing. So I was working on Trailhead and all that. So when the second cohort came up, I kind of joined, got serious, did the first project, the second project, did the third project, and all that. And after that, I was also a member of another program. Entirely, that one is based in the US. So that one was a paid program. And that one was not teaching. There was no classes. There was no, like Babatope taught us at Black Force, where, it taught us understanding Salesforce itself, and everything that has to do with passing the exam. There was nothing like that. It was just like an accumulation of study resources, use Trailhead, use this, use that. And then, a couple of other things. Okay, do projects, LinkedIn optimization, which is what I'll be teaching us today, which is one of the things I feel was the biggest part of what I got from that program. So here I am, and let me share my screen while I talk along. Give me a minute. Yes, this is the one. Sure. Can we all see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay. This is on Canva, so if it's, I hope it's bold enough. So this is my LinkedIn profile. I work for a company called Cloud for Good. It's based in the US. They do non-profit consultancies for non-profit and educational institutions in the United States. And they reached out to me on LinkedIn, just like Babatope said. So just normal day. I hope you don't mind. My class isn't what I'm going to be teaching. Like, it's not going to be too formal. I'm a very playful person, so I hope you don't mind, Sha. So it's just
carry on.
Okay, normal day on LinkedIn, I was just like updating, posting, liking, sharing, and all those things. And the message just dropped in my. But before then, I told Babatope like I was getting tons. I worked in IT for a couple of years, and maybe in a month, maybe one or maybe two at most, sometimes 3 months, nothing. But as soon as I optimized that my LinkedIn profile, added my certification and all that, every day I'd like 3-4 messages. Oh, we saw your profile for this, you may be interested in this. These things are sending to me. I can't do this. Like, it's too much. I don't even think I'm bored. They'll be like, no, yeah, I understand, but you're certified. So just send your resume to us. And, it went on from there. It got to a point I wasn't really even taking them serious anymore. But it is what it is. It was working. And I was getting inquiries. And then this particular company, it was the internal recruiter that actually reached out to me. And she was like, hey, we're looking for a senior app builder or something. And I checked your profile. It looks really good. I think you've done really great work in Salesforce. Thanks to Babatope's class, thanks to the projects I did, because we had about 3 projects, you understand. So And when she said, I was like, okay, yeah, of course, let's talk. And I had the interview. She moved me to the hiring manager. I talked about the things I'd done, and she was like, and then they went and came back and said, we don't think you are like technical enough for the senior role, for the senior, what's it called role. We know you have an IT background, but if you don't mind, do you want to go for a lesser role, which is as a cloud consultant or as a Salesforce consultant? And I was like, oh yeah, of course. What do you mean? That's what I'm looking for. Anyway, so I jumped at the offer, and then the interview was smooth, and here I am. I've been there. I think this is my 3rd or 4th week. So in summary, I went into that story to let you know that what I'll be talking about today absolutely works. It works. It works. It really works. And a lot of it is something that, some of us have been doing, but we may not have been paying attention to it so much. And this is it. LinkedIn is a serious, super serious platform. Companies pay thousands of dollars looking for resources, looking for people to do, to work or to pick up jobs. I'm sure when you check or when you do a random search for some jobs, you see things like sponsored. You see some job postings that will say this is sponsored by a company. So if they are not looking or trying to get people into those roles, they'll not be paying money to promote those jobs. And when you say sponsored like that, that means that particular role or that particular job is coming up over like maybe hundreds or thousands of other roles that are available from other companies. So if they're doing that, we shouldn't leave our LinkedIn, we shouldn't leave money on the table with our LinkedIn profile. Your LinkedIn profile must be fully optimized. Now, how do you optimize your LinkedIn profile? I was telling someone yesterday, I was like, until I got to Nigeria, until I got to Canada, my LinkedIn profile was just there, you put a photo, this is what you do, you had a title, and, you just forget it. But when I got to Canada and then I did a little bit of more work, but it wasn't really working until I got into Salesforce space. So the 2 things that worked for me was like, 1, I was in a field that was hot and was in demand, or I'm in a field actually, like Salesforce space, it's hot and it's in demand. So you are wanted. Like Babatope always tell us in class, there was like, the Babatope is always like, guys, like there's so much to do. I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that. It's actually true. When this company reached out to me, I was like, non-profit consultancy. Do these ones have money like this? Like non-profit, because I had this non-profit mindset in, from Nigeria and all this NGO, like we call them. So when this company reached out, I was like, non-profit, and these ones pay my money. But when I did the interview and they sent me on fire, I was like, oh boy. It's not like it was shocking. And then when I started working and then I got access to, the production org, the Salesforce org, and I logged in, the dashboard was for the metrics of the company. And I was seeing like the kind of projects they were doing for non-profits, not even business, like non-profits contracts they had and all that. I was, for about 2 minutes, I was stuck on that page. I was like, wow, the revenue, the hours that were being billed and all that. So it's pretty huge. So if there's so much demand for talent, we should like position ourselves in the best way possible, such that when searches happen, we are the ones that come up, or it's your profile that comes up. Let's see again. So it's your profile.
I didn't know I was not missed. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I like the feedback actually. So it's your own profile that comes up. And how do you do that? It's through what I have done on my profile. I'm sure it doesn't. If I'm scrolling too fast, please let me know. It's not like it may not look like so much different from a lot of profiles that you've seen or even your own right now. But a lot of people don't do things like your about section, your featured section. You have a certification, make a featured section on your LinkedIn profile, add it to it. When I did my this super badge, this security specialist super badge. So this was the post I did for my security specialist super badge. When I made this post, I think about 4 or 5 recruiters reached out to me the following day, just based on this post. And then what I did was I then added it to the featured section of my LinkedIn profile. So if somebody comes to my LinkedIn profile and they scroll, after seeing my the photo and the name, and this is because I'm the one viewing this profile, that's why I can see this dashboard. The next thing they see is my about section, and then the featured section, and then they see the activities like what you've been doing. You can't say you're working in Salesforce or you're in the Salesforce field, and we look at your profile and we don't see anything. Maybe we are just seeing you're just I don't know, maybe it's prayer points that is on your LinkedIn profile, or something that is not even related to it. Your LinkedIn profile should speak Salesforce. It should speak Salesforce. Your activity, if I show this see all activity, okay, let me just quickly show us that you will see that my comments, my likes, my share, it's always about someone in the Salesforce space. This Corey Valentine works he works with me, or I work with him. The company where I work now. So you'll see it's all I'm active. It's all LinkedIn. See, I'm delighted to share the news of my move. So celebrate. Leave a comment. It shows in your activity. See, you can see almost everything is Salesforce, somebody in Salesforce certified administrator, see, at InCloud Business Solutions. Okay, this was my classmate. See, Salesforce certified administrator and analyst at Financeit, Charles. So, see, Salesforce, everything you see, Salesforce. Can you see administrator certifications? Can you see Salesforce? It's all Salesforce. So your entire LinkedIn profile should breathe and give off Salesforce, such that when a recruiter comes and logs into your opens your profile, it shouldn't be scarce. They should not be wondering, okay, where is this? What should I? What has he been up to, or what is he about, or what is she about? Now, let me just quickly come here. So I kind of made. I'll share this slide. I don't know. I think I'll send it to Babatope so that I can share it so that we can all have access to it. So one of the things I learned in that program I did was update my profile. So, and that is the title, Salesforce Administrator / Business Analyst, Salesforce Administrator / Business Analyst / Developer, for those who are going the developer route. Now, it does not mean that you are not employed in that field or doing that at the moment. Does not mean your title cannot bear that. Your title can absolutely bear that if that is the kind of role that you are looking for. Now, before I got my job, this was my title. This was my title. This one. This one. Salesforce Certified Administrator / Business Analyst / okay, I didn't use developer because I was certified. So if you're not certified yet, you can use Salesforce Administrator / Business Analyst. And the reason why we use Administrator / Business Analyst is because a lot of people that are searching are either searching for Salesforce administrators or searching for business analysts or searching for Salesforce administrators / business analysts. So why leave some money on the table? Just put Salesforce administrator / business analyst. And business analysis as a Salesforce administrator is mostly in this sense, not for a consulting company, but for a company where you are maybe the solo administrator or you are working in a team of maybe 3 or 4 administrators. The business analysis part of it is, okay, I have this problem or I want this done. I want a field added. Okay, so what's the purpose of this field? And then you get the requirements from the person, you interpret the requirements, and then you come up with documentation and do all that. That is the work of a business analyst. So, when I did the training then, so we're kind of made to understand that, okay, so if as business analyst, this is basically as a business analyst in the Salesforce space, working as a solo admin, this is what you would do. Because you can't just say, okay, I want a field or I need a field created for this. And then the next day, oh, say no more. You set up a field. No, you have to find out, why do you need that field? What problem are you trying to solve? What business process do you need to improve? What's the purpose of this? And then, you get that, and then you interpret, and then you do the build and all that. So that's the work of a business analyst. So that is why we use this.
You don't have a business analyst background.
Now, I don't have a business analyst background. My wife is a business analyst, but I don't have a business analyst background. But because I don't refer to the other training I did as so much, but let me just refer to it. There was a section where we had a couple of videos that taught us, requirement elicitation, requirement gathering, and all those things for a Salesforce administrator. Now, for some people, what I've done is I just kind of told them, okay, I just look on LinkedIn Learning and I send videos to them, or LinkedIn classes for business analysis or gathering requirements, requirement elicitation, interpreting requirements, and things like that. It's just the ability for you to be able to say, okay, what do you need done? This is what you need done. Ask the right questions. Elicitation, you're asking the right questions to make sure that what that person said they need is what they actually need. Sometimes they won't tell you this is what I need. It's when you are like talking to them from the business analysis perspective, they are then able to say, okay, so what happens first? We always reach out to the customers first. Okay, how do you reach out to them? Via email. Okay, via email. Noted. So when you send the email to them, what did the customer say? Oh, they just have an option to either click reply or delete. Okay, reply or delete. Normally, what's the kind of outcome you are now expecting from the customers? Oh, we want them to be able to kind of share the email, or maybe forward the email, or maybe convert the email to PDF or something like that. So in that conversation that you have with the user that needs an update or an improvement done is you getting the requirements from the person, what they need done, and then you interpreting and writing them down, or you interpreting them into interpreting them and coming up with solutions in the Salesforce org. So that's all about. It's not CBAP business analysis, so to speak. Now, let me give another example with my wife now. So now my wife is a certified business analyst. She has CBAP, she's Salesforce certified, and all that. She's also a graduate of Blackforce. So for some roles, she applies as a Salesforce business analyst. Now, some companies need a fully knowledgeable and certified business analyst. So when I see those roles and they reach out to me on LinkedIn, I'm like, no, I can't bite more than I can chew. This is more than me. I say, oh, can we just have a conversation? Oh, yeah, we actually need somebody that's going to be reaching out to the clients and doing this. And, and then they come up with, I can't remember these documents. They mention all these business analysis documents and all that. Like, okay, yeah, that sounds good, but I don't think I'm a good fit for that. But I can recommend or share this role with someone. But I've not seen a solo admin or a team admin requirement in a company that you are working as an administrator, basically, where they need you to do that much concentrated or powerful business analysis part of what you are mainly working as is the Salesforce administrator. But the requirement elicitation, requirement gathering, interpreting, solutioning, and all that's what you would do, even as an administrator. Now, most older administrators that I've come across, a lot of them, even business analysts, I've come across some that they write on small paper like this. You just tell them, I need a field added. Okay, just pick a napkin. Field added for this. That's their requirement gathering and anything. They've been there for 11 years, 9 years, 12 years, and all that. So all those paperwork and documentation, they don't, should I say they don't believe in it, or they just believe it, let's just get it done. But that's not what a lot of companies want these days. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So that's why we use this title this way. So the important thing is to include Salesforce and the roles you are open to in the title, so that when searches are made by company recruiters, you come up, your profile comes up. I've seen people who are not even certified, at least I know of 2 or 3 who just did LinkedIn optimizations, showed proof that they're working on, on their certifications, or they've booked their certification and all that, and are working as junior Salesforce administrators. I know at least 2, if not 3. So it absolutely works. So update your title. If you're certified, put in there Salesforce certified administrator. You understand? So mine then was Salesforce certified administrator / business analyst. And then when we did the app builder class, because then we had the app builder session with Babatope, but when we did the app builder class and all that, I added Salesforce certified administrator, and then I used, let me show you, let me see if I can type here. So instead of this slash, I used this one. Where is that? I use this one, see? We can all see this, right? So I use this one. So I used Salesforce, in fact, it's on my profile. This is not the one. Yeah, see this one. That character, that's what I used for mine. So I just wrote that Salesforce certified administrator, and then I used this and wrote Salesforce consultant. So that was why I could come up in the results when that company did the search. Do you all understand that part? Or if you have a question, please ask.
So apart from business analyst, can we use something else?
Like what?
Like me, I'm in customer service. I want to use something that suits my role. Like, can I use Salesforce administrator / experienced customer service or something like that?
Yes, you can. The thing is, as long as your title shows that Salesforce certified administrator part. So like you can have Salesforce certified administrator, and I'm still going to show us some examples and have something else in it. You can use that this character I told you about. You can use it to separate those things. So it just increases whatever you add to it, just increases what you come up with in the results when keyword searches are made. You will rank for those keywords.
Okay, thanks. That's what I'm doing right now.
Absolutely. So that's what that. So for the title, that's what I did.
Sorry, is this character? Is this character different from the slash, or is it preferably with the slash?
No, I use it for separating things. Slash kind of means Salesforce certified administrator or business analyst. Like I can work as either. But this one kind of separates, it kind of separates. Okay, so let me cancel this. So mine was something like this. Salesforce certified administrator, Salesforce consultant. So I use this to separate it. I didn't want to use a slash. So this was on its own, and then this was on its own.
Okay, so this is saying you can do both, or is saying either. The other slash is saying either of them.
Yes,
and this is saying.
Yes, this separates them. That Salesforce certified administrator stands on its own. Salesforce consultant stands on its own.
Okay. Can you add other maybe things to it? Maybe like project management and all of that?
Yes, absolutely. I was working as a cloud consultant, IT consultant, cloud services. One funny title like that. Where is it safe? See this one. IT consultant. Can we all see this? Cloud technology and alignment. This was on my heading then. So I had it. Salesforce certified administrator, I had this character, Salesforce consultant, I had that character, and then I had, because I was still working at that company, so I don't want to be like, so because we want to grow now, we now removed our, what's it called for, because that, I'm sure that's the Nigerian name, talkish or thinking. So I kind of added it that, IT consultant, so like it was still on the, so you can add it, Salesforce certified administrator, and then that character, I don't know what it's called, project management professional, or, project management, a guru, whatever it is that you want to use it for. But if you're trying to rank for Salesforce roles, make sure that it is in your title. Make sure that it is mentioned in your title. Moving on. Are we good?
Yeah.
Yes. Now, this is a banner. I had a banner, something like this on mine. Now, it's not compulsory. It was recommended in, the training I said I had. It was recommended in that training. I had it. I think my wife also has it on her profile too. So before I switched it to this, it was after I joined this company, I then did this and added this to my banner. So I had something like this.
Talent stacker.
Yes, I remember of Talent Stacker. So I had something like this on my profile. And of course, it may not work, but it was just, supposed to be colorful, add some sort of Ohana feeling, this Salesforce, the animations and all that. Just add it to your profile just to make it stand out a little bit. Because, a recruiter could have 15 or 16 tabs opened. They could just maybe right click open and be looking through 15. Oh, dull, boring. Oh, wow. okay, this is colorful. It may draw them in. So it's a hit or miss. You can have it. You may choose not to have it. It doesn't matter. You can do this in Canva. If I click new design now, Canva, you see, if you just search LinkedIn banner, it's there. This exact size will be there. So just add a text box, look for Salesforce Certified Administrator logo, and Trailhead logo is on the internet. Just import it, add it there, pam. Look for Salesforce animation photos, put it in the corner. And then this person now, 10 plus years of expertise in CRM industry, ready to leverage Salesforce for a business. Somebody else will say 5+ years in hotel management and something, depending on, so just something like a summary of your past experience. Now, Babatope taught us something, which is also true, which is really true, that Salesforce is one of those few fields that you can move, you can transfer your experience, even if it is not relevant, even if it is not like Salesforce, like hands-on. Sometimes recruiters just want to hear, but have you so these recruiters that sometimes they almost want to push you to like I was speaking to the recruiter, I was like, but your role, back home in Nigeria, you were using Salesforce. In my mind, I was like, Salesforce. I didn't hear of Salesforce at that time, and I was like, not really, but we were just kind of working, assisting clients and making sure they were able to get their product to the market. We're able to, but even as an end user, they just want, I don't know, he was trying to justify, the recruiters too now, they have cuts and all that. So he was trying to justify, I was like, but even slight, as our guy.
He wanted you to say yes.
He wanted me to say yes. Oh God, Salesforce, but so it's whatever it is that you experience, one way or the other, is it can be translated into Salesforce. The soft skills. Is it handling customer? Is it customer-facing roles? Is it conflict resolution? Is it coming up with business processes or solutions and anything? You need to find it. That is another what's it called entirely, like interview preparation, defining your why, and understanding yourself. That one is another what's it called entirely. So you can do something like this with Canva. I can maybe make maybe 1 or 2 templates and share it that people can then use with Canva or PowerPoint to then quickly edit yourself. I can also do that for us and make it available so we can do that. Now, the next section is your about section. So quickly reading through this, similar to your title, the about section is mainly about using keywords for search results, but also giving a clear, concise message of who you are. It's your elevator speech for why you are a great candidate for Salesforce positions. Now, some write in third person. I'm sure we've seen some LinkedIn profiles where I'll be like, Sam is quintessential, others something professional, and is able to work on water, is done this and this, and some people write it that way, but it's not compulsory. When I was like writing my own final about section, I was like, it just didn't gel to me that I'm here now. Why am I writing as if I'm writing what's it called? I don't like it. Some are the school of thought that that's how to write it, but I don't think it's never been an issue for me. And I actually consulted with other people and like recruiters and people in that line, and it was the same thing. So you can write it in third person or write it anyhow you want it to be, and then find what works best for you. Tell your story. Share your personality. Let's while reading. I don't want to knock on Nigeria so much. I'm from Nigeria, but we have this thing with corporate and what's it called work that it's like, let us pray, like super serious, and let's just be very coordinated and all that. Yes, but your personality does not really come out so much when you do that. Now, in my experience, a lot of people would say no. They just want to see your skills. Yes, but for some companies, their culture is beyond skills. I've seen and heard of tons and tons of companies that would employ somebody with better personality and better, they use this word for it. Oh my God. Fit. Yeah, they say fit. Yeah, culture fit. Thank you. Yeah, we like you, but we just don't think a great fit for us, for the company culture. So if you are researching a company, check what their culture is like, check their Instagram page, check their company. Are they playful? Are they what's it called? I was looking for a company that was like, you don't have to be serious. I didn't want, and so when this company came and I looked, I searched, and I was like, oh wow, this really like sounds so good, like somebody I was interested in. So let your experience, what you've done, your skills, let it come across in your about section. Now I put some examples here. So quickly reading through, I'm a Salesforce certified professional who has hands-on experience with the Salesforce platform. I'm actively engaged in multiple Salesforce communities and groups to increase my Salesforce knowledge. Blackforce is a community, guys. Blackforce is a community. You are involved in Salesforce communities where you discuss, you improve. They ask in interviews. I think I had about 4 or 5 interviews where they asked me that. So, like, how do you keep yourself updated? How do you stay knowledgeable in the Salesforce? I was like, oh yeah, I'm actually a member of multiple Salesforce communities where we come together, we discuss, and we share experiences, we solve problems, we have projects that we do together, and all that. I was referring to Blackforce, and the other group I said I was a member of, even if it's one. So those things are pretty important. Now, these things I'm saying, I think they're applicable more to people who are trying to come into the Salesforce ecosystem. Please, it's not for people like Babatope. So just should understand. So especially if you're like a developer, lead developer, senior developer. In fact, they will bring in resume, they will be bringing job offers to you in your dream. But if you're trying to get into the what's it called, these things are pretty important, especially if you don't have. I have an IT background, but I saw that I didn't really like so much matter. So put it there to increase my Salesforce knowledge, my awareness, and professional connections. Now, this shows that you're somebody who is interested in putting yourself out there, making friends, networking. And this is super important in the Salesforce ecosystem. And then, highlights from my Salesforce experience includes, so list the things you did, in the project that we did at Blackforce. I don't know how many projects we've done now, like this quarter has done, excuse me. So your experience includes, creating users, process builders, flows, right? Maybe 3 or 4 there. And then the next part, get human. In my free time, I enjoy participating in Salesforce community groups, both learning and helping others to leverage Salesforce to improve productivity and efficiency, blah, blah, blah. I said this in I think it was this interview for this role I got. I think I mentioned something like this, that, I'm always, trying to reach out and give back to people. Sometimes it's even WhatsApp. Hi, Sam, I'm having this issue with what's it called. Okay, what have you done? Check online. What did you see? Okay, I don't know. Let me go and research too. What you're researching, let me research too. Okay, this is what I saw. But that's helping out. That's giving back to the community, is it not? Because it's my time. So then I said that. I'm, learning and helping others and all that. And then, see, outside of my passion for Salesforce, I enjoy these personal hobbies. Traveling, cooking, sleeping, swimming, mountain climbing, biking, whatever. It's human. In fact, one of the interview coaching sessions I had, the guy told us something. He said, behind you, put a statement piece behind you. I've seen people that got jobs because they had this thing, these small guitars that people play. Is it ukulele or something? It's like this small guitar that they play for songs like this.
Ukulele.
Yeah, thank you. So I've seen people that just give there. I played the piano. I was like, I can't piano here now. This thing can't work. It's too big. You understand? So, but people get small. I've seen that there's somebody in that other group who got the job because they pushed him to the front of the interview because he had the jersey of one of these teams in the US, one of these, I think American football. He had the jersey on his backdrop. And as soon as I got to the panel interview, I was like, you know what? You're supposed to be, because, you're pretty new to this, you're supposed to what's it called. But he asked him about the last game they played, the second game, and he just got talking. And that was, that's my favorite candidate. Let's just move it to the next round. So it may not be for every one of us. It may not be for everybody, but it works. Our personality, the human part of us. Let's find a way to show it in interviews, in our LinkedIn profiles, and, any way possible. And then this is another example here. See? With 9+ years of nonprofit data management experience, I'm excited to be a Salesforce advisor administrator, moving into the Salesforce, blah, 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 blah. See what this person has done here again. I love learning about features of the Salesforce platform that can transform an organization's effectiveness through process improvement, automation, and creative solutions. actively engage. Can you see it's mentioning communities again? Actively engage in communities. I'm a member of blah, 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 blah. See the personal side of it, human part. Outside of my passion for Salesforce and data management, I'm a choral singer. I make delicious homemade lattes and love spending time with my family and my caucus panel co-workers. You can see that what's it called looks almost like the first one we read, Abby. See, this is another one. I'm a Salesforce professional with a passion for efficiency and solving complex business problems. Having spent about 15 years in the trucking industry, I have strong communication skills, time management methods, inherent flexibility that allows me to adapt to almost institutions, combined with an interest in understanding data and utilizing information to make informed business decisions. I believe and I can excel in almost any situation I encounter. In my free time, and then I did this community and all that. See, outside of my passion for Salesforce, spending time with my family, solving problems for friends, and geeking out on all these things. I know this person personally. His name is Richardson. He was a trucker for, I think, 15 years. He used to be in the army, and then he was, truck drivers now, driving big trailers across the across the United States. He's a consultant now. He's a Salesforce consultant. I think within 8 months or 9 months, studied, did his admin, and then because he's pretty geeky, he likes to read a lot. He did the app builder and all. He got a Salesforce, I think, business analyst role was his first role before he moved to being a consultant. So see, but look at the experience he translated there. He was a trucker. There was no corporate experience to rally on here, but he talked about the strengths and what he can leverage on, what he can bring, what he can profile. See, passion for efficiency and solving complex business problems. Having spent over 15 years, I have strong communication skills, time management methods, and inherent flexibility that allows me to adapt to almost any situation. So if somebody like this can do, and then most of us with our educational background from back home, whatever jobs that we have, that we did. Thank you. That we did from back home. There's always a way to translate those things into what is needed. Now, the next part of this is the featured section of your LinkedIn profile. Now, for those of us who are still using Trailhead, add stuff to your featured. Take screenshots. When you get a badge or finish a super badge, those super badges, when you finish them, take screenshots, take photos, make a post about them, and then add them, create a featured section. I have it already, so I don't know how to show us how to do that. I don't know. I think somewhere on your LinkedIn profile, you can check. I think there should be a plus sign. Oh, this is to add another one. There should be an add section. Yeah, this one, see? Add section, featured. And then it says, is it articles or posts or media? Please add this. Add your Salesforce certified, your Salesforce certification, your admin certification, the screenshot. Write a very good post for it. Right? Sorry, I'm trying to locate mine. I hope I can still find it. I can't find it. Write a very good post for it and add it there. Okay. This PSM certification, I did it, I think, back in 2020 before I even started Salesforce. I think took Salesforce serious. So in the quest to provide better software implementation to clients and employers, I trained and got the professional Scrum Master certification just before COVID-19 hit us last year. Now I could just have put it there and said professional PSM1 in the bag, or I just got PSM1. Glory to God in the highest. Hallelujah, and moved on. But add content or text, that can be related with, such that your entire profile tells a story. Sure, you understand? If I can find the one for my when I did my admin certification, I would show us that too. So add those things to your featured section. Projects, you can take screenshots. If you build a flow, use process builder, use what's that one they're trying to stop? They're trying to stop support for process builder, workflow rules. Yeah. If you do something, use it to solve something. Take a nice screenshot, add it to LinkedIn, and then make a post. Oh, it's been what's it called? I spent 1 hour on this, trying to this and this and this, setting up a workflow rule to do this and this and this for a particular business process. And I was able to Just write something and then hashtag Salesforce, hashtag Ohana, hashtag Salesforce Ohana, hashtag Salesforce Administrator, hashtag Salesforce Admin, hashtag Certified Salesforce Administrator. So it helps your profile trend. It helps your profile trend. It helps the algorithm push your profile up in searches. It makes it, you start getting noticed by other people in the Salesforce ecosystem. Moving on, groups and connections. Search. When I was doing mine, I was looking for Salesforce groups in Canada, Salesforce something, Salesforce groups, Salesforce associations and things like that. There are tons. There are maybe 5 or 6 or 7 like that in Canada, and they post jobs. Let me see if I can find one for us. Salesforce, where are you? Yeah, this was one of the ones I found. Salesforce Canada, Toronto Jobs and Networking. Join groups like this. They post stuff there a lot. Job opportunities, things you can like, things you can share. Salesforce Saturday Cohort Canada. This is another one also. I also joined. Although I just read posts, like, comment, sometimes share and all that. But the more active you are, the more your profile starts getting, noticed, starts getting bumped up. So join those, join groups. And for connections here, guys, if you have less than 500 connections, that was what I was taught. I've seen it work for about 100 people or more. You need to grow it up. I'm a pretty outgoing person a little bit. So it's not always hard for me to kind of just message people or just, hey, hi, I'm new in the Salesforce ecosystem. Oh, I think I've deleted that message. It was on my laptop's homepage. So I'll just copy, edit it to fit the person I was talking to. Hi, my name is Sam. I'm kind of new to the Salesforce ecosystem. I'm certified. I'm just trying to I'm trying to connect with other people in the Salesforce ecosystem so I can, learn, improve, and follow your journey. Or if you're somebody that's been in the ecosystem for a long time, just be like, oh, I went through your profile and your journey is impressive. It's, this is something I feel is inspiring, is motivating. I'm new to the ecosystem and I'd just like to, make a connection with you if you don't mind. And 8 out of 10, they respond, hey, Sam, welcome to the Ohana. If you have anything, please, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me and all that. You need to find people in the Salesforce ecosystem. Start with me. This is my name, Ibukun Sam Balogun. Send me requests. So by the time you do that for like 4 or 5 people, LinkedIn will automatically start giving you things like this. People also viewed. Can you see? People you may know. I don't think it's going to give me anybody that is not in Salesforce, except for maybe my connections from back in school. You can see most of them is mostly Salesforce, administrator, developer. So your connection requests for those who have decided to go in that part of pure Salesforce, please start looking for people to add. Start looking for people to add on LinkedIn. Start making connections with people on LinkedIn. Search recruiters. There's a guy, Christopher A. Upper. This is a very awesome person to follow. He's a recruiter. He's a Salesforce recruiter. Very awesome guy. He's always posting stuff and all that. He's always doing drawings, posts like this. He posts things like this. Say, innovative of who wants to be here, who wants to work here. And then he posts some that are specifically Salesforce related. Where is it? Salesforce job related, and things like that. He posts things that are regarding people who are trying to land their first Salesforce jobs. So things like this, just write a quick comment. Oh, Chris, wow, that's an insightful something. Just put something. That's insightful. Sometimes just, hey, thanks, Chris. Oh, thank you so much for sharing this. Wow, so it's so insightful. Just share it. So say that, comment. If you find the post worthy, share it so that other people see it. When they see it, they see your profile gets bumped up. And then, of course, his own profile gets bumped up too. So you look for people like this, you connect with them, you share. And then you look for, because I attended a lot of Salesforce, this thing that they were doing, job fairs. I attended about 1 or 2 Salesforce job fairs. So I was always seeing a lot of people. So while they're talking, I'll just be writing down their names. I'll be typing it on my computer. I'll just be adding them. Hi. So I'll just copy, paste the message. It may look like hard work, but I just dedicate maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes a day. sometimes if I remember, I'll just do it and just, add those people up. I don't know how many connections I have right now, but I know it's a lot. You need to make sure that you have more than 5, at least maybe 500 if you can. If you can't do 500, it's fine, but that's what I was taught, that I have at least 500. At the time I was coming on, I had, I think, 480 or something already. I think I have about 900 or so right now, because people keep sending me connections that I don't know, from India, Pakistan, US, in fact, tons and tons of US Salesforce developers. So some I had, some I don't add, some I accept, and all that. When I was trying to grow my profile, I was always adding. So grow your connections as much as you can. Reach out to people in the Salesforce. Another thing I was doing then, I'll just search Salesforce. I'll just search Salesforce. And this is another very good, what's it called? Salesforce Ben. Salesforce Ben is also really good to Ben McCarthy. His website is one of, if not number 1, maybe number 2, 3, or 4 in the world for getting updates about Salesforce. You can follow someone like this or send them a connection request, and, share their posts. Share their posts, comment on their posts. It will start sending you different people in the Salesforce ecosystem. So do that. It's going to really help your profile to, come up. Okay, I've talked about this also, posting regularly. It's important to post on a regular basis for others to start recognizing your face, name, and title. It got to a point that when I make comments, people like, oh, Sam, or I'll go for some virtual events. I'm like, oh, hey, Sam. And I'm like, hey, Sam, just quickly check. Hey, how are you doing? I was like, I saw your comment on what's it called? Really insightful. Oh, thank you. I don't even know the person. So you have to put yourself out there. You just have to put yourself out there. Like, comment, share, like, comment, share, like, comment, whichever you can. If you want to like, if you want to celebrate people that are getting their certifications, do. Use hashtags to make your posts more searchable. So, for example, see, these are some here. Hashtag Salesforce, hashtag like Ibadan. Salesforce-SF-Admin, hashtag Trailhead, hashtag Oana. So use those hashtags. It's going to help your LinkedIn profile, to rank much better. And then you start getting a lot from, that was what I did, guys. And then before I know, you just start seeing something, viewed your profile. And then messages start coming in. Hey, I saw your profile. Sometimes they see something you liked, or you commented, or, you wrote a nice comment, or you shared. And then, just like, I saw some of what's it called. And, I felt you may be a good fit. I know someone who got a job in the other group. So just comments like this. And the CEO of one company in the US kind of just messaged, hey, I like what you wrote about that. Do you want to schedule a chat with me? We are fully what's it called right now, but of course, if you don't mind coming in, it's a junior admin role. We can work something out, and then you can. And she got the job just because she was, active and making comments, sharing and things like that. So as you post regularly, people will start connecting with you and potentially messaging you to connect more directly. The more, if you just try it for 2 days, you'll see that people in the Salesforce ecosystem will now start sending requests to you. They'll start sending requests to you. And when those things start happening, you start ranking. And then recruiters start seeing your profile. So the first part was for you preparing your profile such that when they then come, they meet your profile, like it's solid, stands very well, such that, they go through it and it's not scanty. It's not like, what does the first person do? Okay, I think we did customer service here, or project management, and okay, they just move on. They can't find anything Salesforce there. You should speak Salesforce. So engage back with people, respond to comments or messages. Can you see what I wrote here before? Updates on badges, super badges, things you do. If you maybe solve something, you do something in Salesforce, what's it called? Take a screenshot, post it there. I just finished this one and this one and this one, and post it there. Likes and comments on posts are great because the person, yes, they will get a notification. So I already talked about this one. And then sharing other people's posts too. So you have to be impressive, be professional, be warm, be human. At the same time, be able to talk about what you've done, be able to present your projects, talk about what you've done in your projects, what you can use, be technical. At the same time, be able to interpret. What most people are looking for is the ability to interpret technical stuff in a way that non-technical people can understand it. That was the line that got me my job, guys. Like God's grace, that was like going by just like I grew up in Nigeria, and coming from a country where people like to see things before believing. Of course, they know it works, but they want to see like tons of people implement it before they adopt it. And then when they do that, they still want you to still prove and all that. So somewhere along the line, I grew up in a place where there was a little bit of challenges with technology and doubt and all that. So it made me grow up with a passion to teach and impart technical knowledge in the simplest possible form. And the lady was like, wow, that sounds good. That sounds good. So, Sam, we should talk. So that was just, guys, that was what I wish I made a video. That was mostly what I said. I just leveraged on, what I did growing up in Nigeria. And then, I ran the business. I did this. I worked with IT. I did this and all that. And then all that applies to what I know they do, which is, non-profit and educational, what's it called. And then I applied it to what they do and how I can be of value to that. Now, coming back to this profile. Now, the more you comment, like, share, and do things like that, your activity will start having, I have 1,093 followers. You see, I didn't even know this. You start having things like this in your activity. Your activity section should not be dry. It should not be empty. It should not, for no reason. If you're trying to get a job via LinkedIn, no, it should not be dry or empty for no reason. It should always have something, that you are doing, that you've done. So now, this is where I work now. And then this was the program I did. So this is C for Air. Now, this part, so if it's just administrator that you did with Blackforce, so you're putting the Salesforce administrator, and maybe you've done the projects and Babatope has approved and given you the go ahead, that yes, we can provide you what's this thing called? Like references because you've done the project, which has proven that yes, you have like a year of experience working with us. So in that kind of instance, then in your LinkedIn profile, put it there and put the things you did in the project, the things you've learned. Put it there and be able to talk about it, such that if a recruiter reaches out to you, some of them are so urgent, like some of them like just look out for get your phone number and they just call you at all times. Be able to talk about those things and have your what's this thing called? Your experience. Have it like clean. Talk about what you did, even if it is not related. See, my work here, Trials College, I attended Trials College. I wrote the things I did there. Yeah. Also, I wrote the things I did here. Operations coordinator. Don't leave it blank. Don't just put customer service manager, something Nigeria Limited or something incorporated, and just leave it. Put something that talks about what you've done, like your work, a little bit about your work and your skills or something. Put it there in that section. Let it show. Now, to finally, I just want to show us some profiles. This person is also in Canada. She works in the non-profit space too. Can you see this banner she did? Just like the one I mentioned up there too. See highlights, see our about section. See our featured section. So your title, this one that comes up here, you can add highlights, like when you do maybe like projects or things like that, or your certification, you can add highlights. It's just at that place I showed you before. Here, where you add section. See, add section. You can add a featured place where you feature things. You can add highlights. You can add an intro section. You can add a skill section. You can do photos. You can do videos and add those things to your LinkedIn profile and add your about section. Make sure it's, let it talk about you. Let's be a little bit technical and a little bit of, the human part of you showing. See this person too, activity. Can you see? If I open her activities right now, I'm sure she's going to have like tons and tons of activities. Look at this person too. Oh, this was Christopher Yapa. This is Richardson. See, it was his about section I copied that I showed us before. See, can you see the featured section too? Can you see Salesforce certification? See, activity too. See experience. Can you see? everything is filled. See Anthony Screamer, Anthony Screamer too. See this person too. Title, because he works already. Highlights, featured section, activity, experience. Anita Smith used to work in hotels. I think she was a hotel manager, hotel something. No Salesforce, no tech, nothing experience. She's a Salesforce business analyst. Now, not CBAP certified, nothing. But she was a Salesforce business analyst. See highlights, see about, see featured, see activity. So you need to, it becomes like a part of you. I don't know, for those who are really active on social media, maybe Facebook, Instagram or something, the way you did it is the way you should do with your LinkedIn also. There should not be a day that you don't open, excuse me, the LinkedIn app. The LinkedIn app and myself, my God, we're like in the morning, evening, afternoon, I'll just check. Sometimes I don't have inspiration to post anything. I just scroll, see somebody posted something nice. Oh, wow, thank you so much for sharing this. Makes absolute sense. And then comment. Maybe somebody got certified. And then I do celebration. You put that celebration, that clap thing, you put that icon thing. That thing makes it makes your LinkedIn profile show that you are active. It makes you rank. And then last but not least, Alex Waneke, see the same thing. I'm sure we can all see the same trend there. She has highlights. She has about section. She has featured section, see activity too. And then before experience. Now, how did we edit this thing? So for education, I didn't want to add what's it called. I think I had University of Ibadan there before, or Trials College or something, but I just changed it to Trailed by Salesforce. So add your certifications to your LinkedIn profile. I'm sure everybody should know how to do that. Add your certification, add your super badges to your LinkedIn profile. Yeah, okay, this is Trailed by Salesforce. You can do this too. I added it to mine, Trailed by Salesforce under education, and then licensing and certification. This is my admin set. This is it here. And then this is the super badge, the Salesforce Security Specialist super badge I did. This is it added here. Please give me a minute. Let me show, because I have just one super badge. Oh, see. Now, what we're talking about, this is my wife's profile, says Salesforce Business Analyst, because she's a certified business analyst. So she has, those of us who have all these titles, CBA, PMP, ISACA, all those things, just whatever you want to do to the name, you can do that. And then associate consultant, Manifest and Company. And then look at the featured section too. She added her certifications. So CBA, Certified Administrator, business administration specialist super badge. See, so she makes posts like this. She's a good writer. Me, I'm not gifted with what's it called. So she makes posts like this and she adds this to her featured. So if you're good with writing, just small, you can learn something in Salesforce. Maybe it's just something about flows, maybe something about process builder, maybe something, just something that will help the owner. Just add it, use the hashtags and leave it there. And people will like, she just started this, I think, a LinkedIn thing maybe 2 months ago or 2.5 months ago, and she had, I think, 75 or 78 LinkedIn connections. She's over 500 now. So it works. And then, do that, do the about section like we did. Our one is really long because of all the business analysis and all that. And then activity too, add experience. And then I wanted to show us the sets part. So the certifications, certification and super badges, as you are doing them, be adding them to your LinkedIn profile. So your LinkedIn there should not be a dull Salesforce moment on your LinkedIn profile at all. Add your sets, be friendly, be conversational, and when you do things, update as much as you can. Update. I know some are working in like pretty good roles already that they are trying to, maybe they don't want to be too open and all that. Some people have 2 profiles. like an alternate profile, one for Salesforce, and then one for one for what they currently do right now. So whichever one you want to do, either with your current profile or you want to create a new one, make sure you do it that way. And then there's a final part I want to show us. Where are you? Excuse me. No, not about. No. Yeah, skills and endorsement. If you have not added Salesforce, salesforce.com administration, it should even be in your top skills. In fact, why is IT business management still number one here? It's Salesforce. So go to your skills and endorsement part and reorder it. Add Add Salesforce to number one. If that's what you are like going into fully, Salesforce.com administration, add it, or the top two. And then if the third one for you is maybe business analysis, add it to be the third one, where I have IT business management here. And then after that one, you now add the other skills, like whatever it is, other things that you do too. So agile project management, agile methodologies, for people who want to project management, add all those things here. It's going to help you rank. And then this place too, there's an open to work part of LinkedIn that you should also use if you're looking for a role in the LinkedIn, via LinkedIn. Please use this open to work part. But me, I don't like that banner. That banner that always shows open to work, I feel is putting yourself out there too much. So there's an option where you can say only recruiters can see this one. So it asks you recruiters only or all LinkedIn members. So I picked recruiters only. So it doesn't show there, this green banner. I'm sure most of us know it, this open to work green banner. I didn't want it there. So when you don't do that, you then add the job titles you're looking for. Salesforce administrator, Salesforce this, Salesforce consultant, CRM analyst, customer relationship management, business analyst. I was just looking for something that was able to combine all the different ways I could work. That's why I added it to Salesforce. And then, workplaces, on-site, hybrid, remote. Don't limit yourself and pick just remote, because sometimes companies are flexible. So I could have said, okay, it's only remote I want to do, but it's going to reduce the number of jobs I'll be seeing. And then when companies search for my profile, they're not going to see my profile because I've only said it's remote. What if they didn't add that? Some roles are remote, but we always remember to add it to it. So I added all that to it. And then, job location, I put Canada, Ontario, Canada, Greater Toronto area, Windsor, because I moved from GT, I'm in Windsor now. So, and then Detroit metropolitan area. So job locations for remote, I added all those. And then I picked full-time, contract, part-time. I picked everything so that I can, the main thing is to get your foot in the door. And your profile, your LinkedIn profile, is what speaks for you when that search is done. So that the hashtags, the title, the about section, the highlights, the featured pages, those are the hashtags that are on your profile for your posts. Those are the things that will make your LinkedIn profile to rank when companies that are looking for people search for roles. So, for example, me now, I'll just use this as the last part. See, with over 5 years of experience as my background in IT, infrastructure, service management, blah, 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 blah. I solve business problems with technology because I understand at the heart of the future-proof enterprise is a deep acknowledgement of the importance of technology and the team that manages it. I leverage the depth and power of Salesforce now with a dash of my awesomeness to deliver custom tailored solutions. So like that like normally you be like sounds playful and all that, but yes, I sounded serious in the beginning. But I added that because it's going to raise eyebrows. Like, it's unusual. Very good. So it's unusual. So I added that. It's not something like you see every day on people's stories with a dash of my awesomeness. If it was in Nigeria, I probably never have used that because, of course, HR manager will say he's too proud. What's his problem? But of course, it's Canada. Who cares? It's not going to be an issue. It shouldn't be an issue for anybody. So I added that, with a dash of my awesomeness, like I demonstrate excellent strength and for bringing blah, 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 I bring empathy and all that. So talk about yourself in the most expressive form that's possible. Your about section should make them want to talk to you. So I wrote my about section. I'm still writing it, guys. I'm still writing this about section. When I got this one, I was like, yes, I think this works. So I added this. This is the one I use right now, but it's still something will still change on it later, somewhere along the line. So it could take you a week, it could take you 2 weeks. Write something, put it there right now, and then improve from there. Don't just put over 5 years experience in IT. I'm now into Salesforce. Thank you. It's not catchy. It doesn't speak. Nobody is going to. It's not impressive. Reach deep into yourself and find something that that is relatable about you, and use it for your about section. I think that is all. I'll take questions now. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh,
you're welcome. Ike-O-H-O-E.
Thank you very much, Sam. I really enjoyed your coaching. Thank you very much for your time as well. And just to mention, currently I work with IKEA Canada as a customer support specialist. Okay. And so when you were actually talking about, I just wanted to see, I want to run this by you so I could use the Salesforce Certified Administrator, the upward slash that you used, right? And then Salesforce Consultant, the slash, Customer Support Specialist, the slash, and the Business Analyst. Is that okay?
Now, the Customer Support Specialist sounds like it's an entirely different, what's it called? Now, for me, where I was working at the time, they were not really crazy about, I didn't even think, it's a really small company. So the CEO was on my LinkedIn, my direct manager was on my LinkedIn and all that. So it was not said, I don't think it was an issue for them. If it's not an issue, you may not put that. But if you want to put it, don't use the slash, because slash is an or, like it's an or, like this or this. Now, be careful about consultant. I'm sure Babatope would have told us in class too. Consultant kind of takes you from not an admin anymore to a place where you are supposed to have deep understanding of Salesforce functionalities, what Salesforce brings, what can be solved with Salesforce, what can be done with code, what can be done without code, where you can get requirements and come up with solution. That is what I do where I am right now, although I've not even gotten into that. What I do right now is QA. I work as QA right now, where for testing and all that. That's what I do right now. So I could do consultant because I worked as an IT consultant where I am right now. And then, having run, businesses, ventures, 1 or 2 consultancies back in Nigeria. So it was just translating some of that skills into Salesforce. I took the soft skills from that, brought the technical skills from Salesforce and added it together. Now, if you are not able to do that, I won't recommend being or saying you are a consultant. To a large extent, consultants are expected to at least be admin certified, app builder certified. Now, I've studied and I'm ready to write my app builder certification, but I was so such that I was postponing. The day I was ready to write it, I thought it was the following day. So by the time I sat at my computer, yes, now they are ready. I just logged in. I was looking for the option to start. I was like, so I also saw that it was the date was for a day before. But I had studied, I had read, done the trails and all that. So if you are not, you need to be like super. When I spoke about it was like, Sam, are you sure? Consultant, like they'll be demanding so much from you. I was like, God be for me. What can we do? She understand. So if you're not sure about that, I won't recommend that you go the consultant path right now. So you can do certified Salesforce administrator and then maybe the slash business analyst, or certified Salesforce administrator and then the straight slash Salesforce business analyst, and then the last one can now be your customer service specialist or customer service, what you call it. So don't use the
the straight slash I'm actually talking about.
Yes, you can.
So I could do Salesforce Certified Administrator, the straight slash, Salesforce Business Analyst, straight slash, Customer Support Specialist, right?
Yes, you can.
Okay, thank you.
So what I like is, what I always prefer is at least there should be one preferably 2 mentions of Salesforce in your title.
Okay.
So doing it that way fulfills it.
All right. Thank you very much. And because I work for, my job function at the moment is customer support specialist. Do you recommend I have a second LinkedIn profile, or I could optimize this particular one, put it there that I work with IKEA Canada, and also because we're already referencing Blackforce Inc. on our CV. Could I put that there and state there that it's part-time the way it is, contract, part-time or something?
Wait, let me even show you my profile. Oh, I think I've corrected it. It was the same time. Salesforce consultant, manifest our company, June 21 to November 2021. See this one, September 2020 to November 2021. It was going at almost the same time.
Okay.
It didn't really matter. Where it mattered was where I now had to talk about it at the interview. That's where it matters. How you arrange it. You're working at IKEA. How did you have time to? Actually, for Salesforce, for Talent Stacker, I was working as a Salesforce administrator / business analyst on an as needed basis.
Okay.
So I did a project for them, implemented the project, and then when we are needed, we get called upon, and then. So that was that makes sense. How about Manifest and Company, which will now be Blackforce? Oh yeah, Manifest and Company or Blackforce, what's it called? Is actually a small medium enterprise that does subcontracting for Salesforce roles, for Salesforce subcontracting for Salesforce projects. And then when projects come in, they bring in a team of developers, admins, and all that. And that's the major idea of what Batope's company is about. Like those projects he gave us and all that. So I was able to talk about it. Yeah, so we worked on this project. The project came, and then the team of what's it called worked together. And then I worked on this. I worked on this. I worked on this. So okay, but was this full time? No, it wasn't full time. This was my full-time role. I was an IT consultant. It was my full-time. It was my full-time role. And then for this one, it was an as-needed basis, and this one was part-time. That explains it. So be able to explain it. That's what I was talking about. That make sure your experience is written out. You yourself understand and have it mapped out in your head. So you won't be saying, I know it's like Shane. That's not what I'm saying. So if you can have that figured out, I think you're going to be fine.
Okay, so basically I can have simultaneous jobs.
Yes, absolutely. As long as because I'm going to say it's three full-time jobs. I was working here, IKEA full-time, Blackforce Inc. full-time, and then God is Good International full-time. So, are you Samson? She understands. So
sure. Thank you very much, Sam. That's
welcome.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. Nadine, I'm sorry if that's the way it's arranged on my own screen. Could you please go ahead?
Okay. It's Nadine. My question is really simple. How did you get that cloud character in the title? I'm really curious.
Yeah. How did I get it?
Yes.
My iPhone, actually. I just typed cloud, brought it, and then I copied it and then pasted. Boom. That was it.
iPhone.
Yeah, I did on my iPhone.
Okay, we'll have to talk about that later.
Yeah, you can find it on your iPhone. You may also be able to find it, Cloud Smiley. You may also be able to find it on Google. You may also be able to find it on Google. I'm not sure. But I found it on my iPhone. I just typed, I don't know if Androids do that.
I have an iPhone, so...
so just type cloud. While you're typing, just type cloud. It's going to show you the icon, or just go to where smileys are, type cloud to search, and then select it. It's going to show. So just hold it, highlight, and paste it where you need it.
Okay, I'll try that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anthony, pardon me.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you for your presentation. My question is... for the people like mine, I have just came from an IT background, totally. And what you recommend me, especially my LinkedIn, I just came from social science.
From social science?
Yeah, I came from social science. I have a lot of experience. I was teaching in the university. I was a lecturer, but for Salesforce, I am new. And how can I just optimize my LinkedIn?
Could you please repeat the last part? For Salesforce, you are what?
I just new for Salesforce. I already taking the course with Babatope, and tomorrow I'm going to write the exam.
Okay. So how to optimize? Because you have a really wide history, like social sciences, and then you work IT also. You have IT experience too.
I just worked on projects like student information system in the university. I just worked on the project.
That's awesome. Leverage on that. Leverage on that. What do you do right now? What's your current role? Are you working right now?
Currently, I already quit my job for this training. I was working as a customer service and a client engagement worker.
Okay. How about before then?
Before then, I was living in Ethiopia. I was dean of students of the university.
Dean of students?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So for someone like you, your bio or your about is going to leverage on that. Where I say something like with over 5 years of experience, or where this person says after 20 years of after 20 years of experience in non-profit sector, yours could be in education. I've seen high school teachers, I call them nursery school. What's this other one? Grade school teachers that are not even deans of universities or something like that, that are working in the Salesforce ecosystem as administrators, some as business analysts, some as consultants. So the soft skills, like I said, that you have gotten, maybe management, maybe conflict resolution, transformation projects, coming up with solutions, developing or managing the student information systems. Those are solid skills that you can showcase in your about section of your LinkedIn. So you can just open that's what I did. Open a Microsoft Word document, write out everything you can think of in that role or in those roles that are skills, transferable skills, like the ones I mentioned. Write those things down and then now make it talk about you. Like this person said, after 20 years in the nonprofit sector, blah, 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 blah. As a nonprofit consultant, you can leave this part. I'm drawing on my database administration C, data analysis, community development skills to help nonprofit organizations do what they do best. And look at this one I used also for the trucking. See what this person's experience. Truck driver focused on communication. Is that a role? That's not a role.
Yeah.
That's not a role. But just look at this. Look at the way he presented this. Now, if I was an employer, of course, I'll give him a second look. Look at, of course, there are tons of truck drivers, but how many people can be this detailed? Exceptional work ethic, receiving awards. If you have any awards, let it show. Put it there. Accomplishments. See, this is so nice. See the way he talked about this. So write out the skills and the accomplishments, achievements, and things that you've gotten or done over the years, and then write it into a story about yourself. So I'm a Salesforce professional. Oh, I forgot to tell us about that. If you have just the admin certification, please don't put 1X certified on your LinkedIn profile, guys. Please don't put 1X certified. That stuff is not good. Just put Salesforce certified administrator or Salesforce certified whatever, or call yourself a Salesforce professional. Yeah, that's what I use. I'm sure most of the people that you see in Talent Stack also, that's what they will say. So you're a Salesforce professional with a background or with over 5 years, with over 9 years experience in higher education, the higher education sector, where you worked as the dean of what's it called, implementing this, doing this, and what's it called with your skills and doing, I don't know what as deans, what you do, maybe managing the school, information systems, ensuring, all this. So talk about it. It will be, that's what's going to make up the first section of your About Us. And then in the second section, talk about what you do in Salesforce, what you know in Salesforce right now.
Okay.
Salesforce certified, I've worked with process builders, I've worked with this and Salesforce project to do this. And then on the third part, I'm easygoing, I love music, I do this, when I want to relax, I do this. Absolutely, that works. But your skills are relevant, absolutely relevant.
Okay, thank you very much.
I've seen a waiter, a restaurant waiter. He was a waiter for, I think, 9 years or 11 years. He's an associate Salesforce consultant now at, I think, Optimal Solutions or something in the US. 9 years as a waiter, no technology, high school graduate, no university, sir, no university. So you can see your skills are much relevant. Nadine, do you still have a question? Your hand is still up. Okay, I guess.
Sorry. No, I'm going to take it down.
Okay,
no, sorry.
Okay. No worries.
I got the cloud, by the way. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Omo, I don't know if that's Omo or Omo.
Yeah, Omo, thank you. Thank you so much for the training. Quite insightful. Thanks a lot. My question is, when you're trying to connect with other people, now it says, do you want to message them? Do you want to follow them? Do you want to connect? And when you click on connect, those you don't know before, you never knew them. It says it's better you connect with those you know and not with freshers. What do you think about that? Because we need the connection actually, right?
Thank you. That's a great question. Now, are you doing that on the phone or on the computer?
Both ways. Does it matter?
Because I know if you are trying to do on the phone, it doesn't give you the option to add notes. That's why most times my own connections, I do them mostly on the computer, because I'm looking for somebody down the way. Okay, let me see this person. You can still see my screen here. Okay.
Yeah, we can.
So see, now this is the follow option, and then this is the connect option. If I click the connect option, see, it says you can add a note to personalize your invitation to Julius Annuary. That's where I then click this button and then add that, what's it called? Hey, Julius, my name is Sam. I'm new to the Salesforce ecosystem. I'm just trying to improve my network so I can, make myself available and learn from others and grow in the Salesforce ecosystem. Now, LinkedIn, most times when you've done like maybe over and over in the same day, LinkedIn sometimes kind of frowns upon it. So I limit mine to sometimes maybe 10, sometimes 9, sometimes 8. I don't count actually, but I just make it like, I just do that like in an organic way. You understand? So for me, LinkedIn gives you the option to follow, but I do connection. What I just make sure I do is I add a note. So it's not just generic. So that's what I recommend you do. Make sure you add a note and go with the connect option. Now, if it's somebody like maybe Christopher Oppa or this guy, this is also a big boy in the Salesforce ecosystem, David Kelly. If it's someone like David Kelly, okay, I've connected with him. If I was trying to connect to someone like David Kelly, it will tell me David Kelly prefers to be followed, or it's better to follow people you don't know. Like, yeah, thank you for the notification. I want to connect with him. So it won't be generic. I then add a message that, hey, David, I've been following you on LinkedIn for some time. Your products and your classes are nice. Your YouTube, you share a lot of stuff on Salesforce. I look to maybe getting some inspiration from you and all that. And I send a message. No, I don't think there's anybody that has never not accepted my, my connection request. So just, maybe do 3 or 5 in the morning. And then maybe that's what I do before I go to bed. If I'm just like holding my phone, like before it was always Instagram and LinkedIn. I was looking for a job. I wanted to like get in the Salesforce space as soon as possible. LinkedIn became my social media. After my Bible, it was the next big thing. I was always on LinkedIn. It was shocking to me myself. It was pretty shocking to me. So you can do maybe 5 in the morning and then maybe some in the evening. Again, it's going to give you that notification, but go ahead with the connection. It's all good.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Karen, I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
It doesn't matter. So I wanted to ask a question which is not like directly related to LinkedIn. Because I've been going through most of the Salesforce admin job that I find online. When I look at the job descriptions, it's like 5 years experience, 4 years experience. So how do I, as a new admin, how do I like position myself in such a way that I can compete with other people applying who have maybe more years of experience than myself?
Thank you. Great question. Experience, you can't beat experience. Like number of years is number of years. There's nothing we can do about that. But what could help people like us is things like what we've been teaching since, how active you are, how well you can push your personality, how well you can express your skills. I had that problem too. It had to take like constant, guys, you practice. I was smiling. I wanted to put it in the group, but I was like, don't let me just pour sand in people's gari. For people who are not of Nigerian origin, that means don't let me dampen people's spirits. I wanted to put it there that, guys, as certification is coming in, please, hey, continue like doing trade-led your projects. Like I did my, after I finished with Blackforce and I started applying actively, I did the project again, the Blackforce project, I did it again. I did a non-profit project without that training I said I had. So that was why I could, get that non-profit consultancy role. But for the companies that was not non-profit, I did it again so I could talk about it, because I had, I think, 1 or 2 interviews where they were like, oh yeah, so can you talk to us about, your skills and what you've done? I'm actually Salesforce certified. Yeah, we know that, we saw it before. I was like, I've worked on a couple of projects where we, built an inventory system, and actually, like even like to myself in my mind, I was like, nah, dude, like this is horrible. You did the project. How can't you talk about the project? So I did the project again, and then this time I kind of wrote it down. Okay, so this is what we're trying to solve. This is the solution that we came up with. We came up with to solve that problem. And then I married the two together and said it to myself, like over and over. I've worked on a project where we built an inventory system to make sure this and this is done. We built a billing system to make sure this and this and is done. And, to handle security, I was able to, manage roles and profiles. I was able to assign permissions and, we're able to use record types to distinguish this and that. So you have to be able to talk about those things. At the same time, your about section in your LinkedIn should talk about those technical stuff a little, like the one I showed us before, like that second section I was talking to the other guy about, where he says, I'm Salesforce, I'm a Salesforce certified administrator, and I've had the privilege of working on a couple of projects where I've been able to use, record types, roles and profiles, flows, process builders, and all this. Let it be in your profile. And then be active. I know about 2 or 3 people, especially in Canada. A lot of jobs in Canada are in the, what they call the unadvertised job market. Mm-hmm. You won't even see it. You won't even see it on like where I work. The role is on their website. It's not on LinkedIn. I said it was not on LinkedIn. It was not posted on LinkedIn. It was the recruiter that reached out to me. So that is the reason why we do things like LinkedIn optimization. So it's going to give you an edge. If you see a role, that's what Babatope taught us. That was what they told me, the other group too, the other what's it called too. If you see a job description and it looks like you can do at least 50% of what's there, or you have experience with at least about 50% of what's there, apply. The worst they will say is what? Is no.
Yeah.
If they say it's 5 years experience and you have roughly 1 year that you're getting from Blackforce, apply. The worst they will say is no. That's what I was doing, The worst they will say is no. So, but because that one, the competition is stiffer. That's why we now do things like LinkedIn optimization. That's why we are active on LinkedIn, so that when they search, they see us, and then we have an opportunity to talk to the recruiter. And then who moves us to the hiring manager? If you can get to the hiring manager, honestly, you are halfway home. From there, some companies will now give you hands-on projects. I don't know if they taught you in class, in the class. Some companies will give you hands-on projects to present that you go and build a Salesforce dev org for. You do the solutions. Some companies, they will sit you down for 1 hour asking you questions. I was just praying to God that, God, I don't want this kind of company, because I'm really bad with. I'm a hands-on person. I'm really bad with. Okay, so we have this scenario. We're trying to do this, and what do you think we'll do? Oh, actually, yeah, I can implement this, and use record types and start this. I'm really bad with that. But this is the problem. Okay, and then I sit down, come up with a solution, build it up. Sit really good with that. So the company I work for and a couple of other ones where I interviewed, they kind of gave me case studies. They'll give you case studies that you will then go sit down and apply all the skills you've learned, and then build the solution and present to them. They want to see your presentation skills. Mm-hmm. They want to see how well you can present, how well you can talk about your solutions, why you pick this over that. And they'll ask you questions, to prove that it was not like you went to contract it out to someone to do. So make your LinkedIn solid. Be active on it, guys. Be active on it. This thing works. Be super active on it. And then, recruiters, you start coming up. Recruiters will start noticing your profile, and they'll start sending you messages. It's easier when they send you messages. It's easier than when you're, what's it called? Another thing that you can do, Thank you for bringing this up. Now, when you go to jobs, I'm on premium, so I don't know. I'm not sure if that applies for what's it called. If I click a job description, this is something that I also did. Excuse me, I can't find it. Okay, I don't think this role has it. Okay, this is about
comparing to other applicants.
No, not that. The place where it shows the person that posted the job.
Oh yeah, sometimes I usually message them directly.
Exactly. Please do that, guys. Message them. Hey, hi. You'd have gotten your about section. So nice. That's where you talk about it. Hi, my name is so. I have about almost 2 years experience in the Salesforce space. My background is in this and this and this and that. I saw your posting and I'm looking for somewhere where I can, what's it called? And maybe we should get together if you feel it's what's it called. See my resume attached. So 6 out of 10 or 5 out of 10 or 7 out of 10, they may respond. Sometimes they don't. Guys, I was on Reddit. I was on Salesforce Reddit. Where are you? I was on this, what's it called? For those of us who are Redditors, I was on this Salesforce. They call it Red something. I can't remember. I was here. I nearly got the job from here. There's another one, Salesforce jobs on Reddit too. You can also subscribe to something like that. I was posting jobs, mostly US. But I just made the post. Hi, my name is what's it called. I'm certified, about over a year experience in Salesforce and all this. I'm looking for a role either as a consultant and what's it called. So one guy, CEO of a company here in Canada, in Toronto, he just say, hey, Sam, I saw your post. If you could reach out to me on LinkedIn. I was like, hey, if I could. Yeah, I'm reaching out to you already. So I sent him a message on LinkedIn. It took some time. By the time he now responded, hey, Sam, could you please send me your resume and all that? I've gone through your profile. Your profile looks like a good fit. I've sent it to the HR, to the hiring manager. They'll be reaching out to you soon, but please send me a copy of your resume. So while I was waiting for that one, the interview and the what's it called for where I work now was going on. But if that one didn't work out, this one probably have worked out because I already made an impression with my LinkedIn profile and I already put myself out there. So if you're an introvert, guys, please come out of that shell for some time. Just to put yourself out there, get that job, and then you can go back into your shell, and close yourself up again. But you need to put yourself out there. Anyway, join those communities and all that. Post stuff, be active, and it's going to happen. Your Trailhead profile too, please add a photo, put your description in your Trailhead profile, add it to, I don't think I'm logged into my Trailhead. I'll show you that to put a nice photo there and then put your description of what you do, your Trailhead profile also, because they will check those things, especially if those of us who are coming into either mid-role or entry-level roles. Sure you get. So they will check those things, to ensure, okay, how's it doing? And all that. While you're waiting, while you're searching, consider your Trailhead. Do what you can, learn, do what you can, do super badge if you can, or do regular badges if you can. So optimize your LinkedIn, put yourself out there, reach out to job posters. When you search for the job, reach out to them. I can't find anyone like that. I see this person now, posted by Brianna Miller. Look for her on LinkedIn. Shoot her a message. Draft a very nice, solid message. Shoot her a message and attach your resume and grow from there. So sometimes too, when you're looking for jobs, that's another way to grow your connections. When you're looking through the job thing like this also, you can, find someone like this. Even if you're not applying, connect with the person. You understand? I don't know this person from Adam now. Connect. It says he prefer to be followed. So I'll add a note. So but who cares? I have a job I'm working right now. So if she likes, she can collect. If she likes, she should not connect. But at that time, I'll add a note. Hey, I saw what's it called. My name is what's it called. I've seen, I've gone through your profile. You're doing really great work in Salesforce ecosystem. I look forward to, learning as much as I can and, put yourself out there. And, that's the best thing to do. Okay, Echo, you have another something else, another question while we round up?
Sorry, quickly. I just wanted to know if I heard it correctly. Where you said, are you advising that we use the Salesforce professional acronym instead of the Salesforce administrator?
Yes, that's what I used. That's what I was taught to use, and that's what I used. That's what everybody that I know uses, Salesforce professional. And that's the reason behind that is because we just want certification. And then using the word Salesforce administrator, sometimes it may sound a little bit limiting. I'm not talking about your title. I'm talking about your about page.
Oh, okay, about page.
Your title should still be the Salesforce certified administrator, the straight / Salesforce, maybe business analyst or whatever it is that, or whatever role they are trying to come up for. If you have a background in development and you're trying to go into that, what's it called? I know someone who recently got hired as a developer and hasn't even done Apex and all those things, but was doing JavaScript and Python. The company employed him as what's it called? Salesforce admin / developer. They had like one or other developers. Okay, so start learning all these things and improving from there. So make sure that your title says those things I mentioned, but for describing yourself or talking about yourself, if you don't want to use the term administrator, especially if it is not an admin exactly that they are looking for, you can use the term Salesforce professional. I'm a Salesforce professional.
Okay, and the SCA as well is also good, right?
It's good. Yes, it's good. Salesforce certified administration. Yes, administrator. You can add it to your
after your name. I notice it
after your name.
For yours though.
Yes, SCA. So some people do that. So whichever you prefer.
Okay, great. So I'll just include that in my about then. Salesforce professional.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'll also share this slide. Maybe I'll send it to Babatope so you can help share it with everyone. So I'm on LinkedIn, guys. Please add me. We can always send me questions. If you have any what's it called, let me know. Sure, understand. And then what did you say?
I already sent you a request on LinkedIn.
Okay, so I have like tons of what's it called. I've stopped. I changed. I don't know. This open to work. After I resumed, I had to change it to flexible. Before it was on this immediately, like every day. There was a time I kind of thought about that my brother. Like, is it like this? Like, it's freaking crazy. There were days I had 9, 11. Inquiries. Hey, Sam, I saw your profile. Looks so amazing. I beg. You're looking for, let's just talk. So it's not. It may not work out into jobs all the time, but the more you do, guys, do interviews. Do interviews, like do interviews as much as you can. When they tell you schedule, let's talk. Yes, let's have the what's it called. Talk with them, even if you're not certified yet. Do talk. This is what I do. These are my plans. This I'm working on right now. I've worked on this. I've worked on this. Because when you do one, you get better. You know points to take away for the next one. So when you optimize your LinkedIn and then recruiters start reaching out to them, respond. Even if it is not a good fit, or even if what they're looking for is too much, respond. Because that Christopher Opa that I showed us, that Christopher Opa, this guy, he shared something one day and he told us that LinkedIn allows recruiters, those who use LinkedIn Recruiter, it allows recruiters select that they should get that Salesforce, that LinkedIn should send their job postings or their inquiries to only people who respond to recruiters. So if recruiters message you, respond to them, reply. There's an automated one there. So no, thank you. I'm not interested. You don't even need to type. You just put it. It sends it. So that the day that the one that is yours exactly, the day that one is going to come, it's not going to some sort of filtering. It's not going to like keep you away from getting that. And with that, I think we've come to good. I hope we got some value from this. It works. If you have anything that's not clear, please reach out to me. Get active, guys. Work on it. LinkedIn absolutely works. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for listening to my rants.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Sam. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Most welcome.
Thank you, Sam. Really appreciate it.
You're welcome. I'm not sure about okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. It's all good. Well done, Sam. This is really good. I haven't been in the job market for a while, but I know that if I had to, I'll be using some of your tactics. Yeah. Guys, as you can see, the job market is there. We just need to take action. Okay, don't learn and let it go by. You need to start tonight and start using this stuff. If you want to watch the video,
I started already. Copy and paste, right now.
Okay. Just please take the initiative, attend interviews, even don't reject anything. Just go with the flow. Sam has said a lot. I don't need to say anything. Please try, and obviously I'm wishing you all the best. You will get this stuff, okay? Let's see what happens. Take care. Bye, everyone. Good night.
Thank you.